Hi, I'm Seth from Citizens Disability, America's premier Social Security disability advocacy group. People sometimes ask us, hey, what can an advocate do for me? Do I need one? How can you even help me? Those are all really good questions. So today, I'm going to give you some answers. The first thing you should know is that applying for monthly Social Security disability insurance, or SSDI benefits, can be a pretty complex process, and it can also take a really long time. For many people, it means having to go to a hearing before an administrative law judge to explain why they are disabled and why they should be approved for benefits. Having an advocate on your side all throughout this process can be extremely helpful. For instance, just to get started, an applicant needs to fill out a number of forms in order to begin their application. And because these are government forms, they're not exactly the most simple or the easiest to understand. Think about the last time you filed taxes. These forms have to be mailed in, and then you have to get medical records that you'll use to demonstrate that you're disabled. You'll have to send those in. Then you'll have to be responsive to all of the documents and mail sent back to you by the Social Security Administration, all of which will have response deadlines. This is just your initial application. And you should know that right now, on average nationwide, about 2/3 of initial applications are being rejected. A disability advocate, like us here at Citizens Disability, can make this process much easier for you. We have done hundreds of thousands of these applications for our clients over the years. We know this process backwards and forwards. If you spend some time on the phone with us, we can get all of the information needed for your application. We can fill it all out, and we can get all that appropriate paperwork sorted out for you, and we can file it on your behalf. Then, we'll make sure to stay on top of all of that correspondence that comes back from the Social Security Administration and the deadlines, and we can explain to you what all of the different documents mean and advise you on what steps to take as the process continues. You know, a very common mistake in the SSDI application process is that when a denial comes back on an initial application, some people just walk away. They don't realize that the fight isn't over, that they can keep going. Other folks will assume that what they need to do is file a new application. That can be a mistake too. When your initial application is rejected, we can advise you on whether or not what you need is a new application, which is quite rare, or if you should ask for what's called reconsideration. It's a type of appeal which is far more common. We can help you file the paperwork and do all the documentation for the reconsideration, and we can also tell you what to do next in case you, like about 80% of the rest of people nationwide, don't get approved at reconsideration either. This point in the process is when having an advocate is super helpful. The third step in the application process is called the hearing. And this is required for many people who apply for SSDI because the rejection rates at the initial and reconsideration levels are so high. At this hearing, the applicant must go before an administrative law judge who works for the Social Security Administration and another person who will help the judge called a vocational expert. You will make your case in this hearing by telling your story, explaining your medical conditions, and presenting your medical evidence so that the judge can decide whether or not you are disabled and you should be approved for these monthly benefits. Now, if you have an advocate like us on your side, that advocate is there in the room with you, helping you talk to the judge, helping you understand the questions, helping you make your case, helping you explain your conditions and your medical evidence. Having an advocate who knows the system backwards and forwards can be a really powerful tool. Now, for most people who apply for SSDI, this will probably be the first time they've ever had to be in front of a judge except for like a speeding ticket. This is going to be the first time they've ever been in a hearing room like this. That can be a little bit scary, even for the coolest of customers. Advocates from Citizens Disability, on the other hand, they do this multiple times per week for months and years. This is their job. So while an applicant might be nervous or worried or find the questions and terminology confusing, advocates are calm, they're focused, and they're on point. They are ready to help you have the best possible chance at getting approved. And having an advocate has been shown to be a great benefit. A recent study by the Government Accounting Office in 2017 found that people who had a representative help them in their application for SSDI had an up to 3 times greater chance of being approved than somebody who went it alone and did it by themselves. So, all of those reasons, That's why having an advocate can be a crucial advantage for an applicant. That's why we think you need one. Now, if you or someone you care about is thinking about filing a claim for Social Security disability insurance benefits, we highly encourage you to read some of the articles on our website that explain the issues we talked about in this video a little bit more in depth, as well as the other articles and videos on our website about the qualification and application process. We also highly recommend that you contact a qualified specialist disability advocate, like us for instance, to help you with your application, to make sure you understand your options and to make sure you have the best chance possible at getting approved. If you'd like to see if we can help you, please visit us anytime at www.citizensdisability.com or call us 24/7 at the number on the screen here. We've helped hundreds of thousands of people with their claims since 2010. No one in America handles more SSDI claims than we do. Now, I hope this video answered your questions, and I hope you found it helpful. I look forward to seeing you again another time for another video. But until then, allow me to just say thanks for watching.